Week 1 of Year 9 was definitely a game to forget for the Rams. We lost by only 3 again against the San Francisco 49ers. But now we go into Week 2 to US Bank Stadium against Justin Jefferson, Mike Kopp, and the Minnesota Vikings. We've split our last 2 meetings against this team, facing them once over each year in the last 2 seasons. But our defense has historically not been able to get to Mike Kopp, get sacks, or force many turnovers from him either. This offense, which they've really kept together over the last couple of seasons, continues to pour it on. They had the most points in Week 1 out of any team. They had 5 touchdowns and no INTs from their 98 overall superstar X-Factor quarterback. If we're going to win this game and prevent ourselves from falling to 0-2, the defense has to step up, but we're going to be missing 2 key players, one on offense, one on defense. We need other guys like Ernest Jones and Eric Pemberton to step up if we're going to win this ball game. But it's a road game against a quarterback, as I said, that we have failed to stop in games past. We gotta play a better ball game today. We cannot play anywhere close to how we did in Week 1. You know what they say about 0-2 teams? They have a really low playoff chance compared to teams that go 1-1 at least to start their season. This is a prove-it week for the Rams, and we're gonna start on defense. Out comes Mike Kopp and the Vikings offense. The number 1 scoring team through 1 week. No turnovers, plenty of touchdowns, and a really easy win for them. Can we prevent them from dropping like 50 plus like the Bengals did against the Jets down there? Let's find out. The defense brings them to 3rd and 1. This is Blake on the ground, and he converts the first down. He's already got the ball 3 times on their first 3 plays. First back drop for Kopp, and he has to get rid of it. Pressure from multiple sides, and that brings up 2nd down. Right back to Blake, up the guts. 1 yard shy of the first down. Another 3rd and short. Just across midfield, and Blake with some hesitation, and he's got it. Already 5 runs, averaging 6 per carry. Outside now, this is Lenny Childers at the 41. Coming off a 7-catch, 75-yard game, and that's his first reception here today. Kopp feels the pressure and takes off and gets the first down. This team has consistently had trouble playing good defense to get teams that run the option or have a quarterback that can escape the pockets, and Mike Kopp is one of those guys. 2nd down, they're going to go right back to the ground, and outside goes Blake. Jonathan Dodson, the rookie safety, ran right by him on the edge and could have taken him down, but instead, it's another first down for Minnesota. Now inside the red zone, complete to TJ Hawkinson. But it looks like he is shaken up after that play, so he will head to the sideline with an injury. That brings up 2nd and short. This is Eddie Royals now on his first carry, and he is inches shy. Another 3rd and short, their 3rd of the drive, and they complete it through the air to Lenny Childers. 1st and goal from the 1 for the Vikings. Pitch out to Blake, nobody there, and he's in the end zone. The Vikings open the ball game with a touchdown drive. The defense is going to have to play better than they did on this possession if we're going to come out on top. That was a 14-play, 6.5-minute drive. What's an opening drive by the Vikings? Can we answer back? Over 4 to go on the clock here in the first quarter. Matthew Williams on the ground gets the first carry. Last game, we only ran the ball 4 times. So I made a couple of playbook adjustments to incorporate some more runs on 2nd and 3rd and short and on 1st and 10. You're already seeing that play out here. Matthew Williams converts. 2 runs for 11 yards. Empty look from the 36. Over the middle. This is Trevor Offord's first reception. He's coming off a 75-yard performance against the Niners. Back to the air again. This is Matthew Williams, and he is inches shy on a 2nd and 3 pass. We're going to throw it. Incomplete for Jackson. 4th and inches. We choose not to run the ball. And as a result, we're going to punt from our 45. And it's a horrible one from Tommy Townsend. I'm getting real tired of this guy's punts because they have all been bad. 1st and 10. Complete to Childers. First down. Mike Kopp, 4 for 5 through the air. Up to the 47 now. And not much room for Blake on the outside. Quincy Basnight takes him down. But already 45 yards on 9 runs. That's jarred loose by Daniel Levy to end the first quarter, but Vikings up by 7. Rams off to a slow start. First play of the quarter, 3rd and 9, and complete to Jordan Addison to move the chains. Back into plus territory. And in field goal range as well. This is knocked away late by Ernest Jones. Childers could not hang on. 2nd down. Kopp feels the pressure and still gets rid of it to Childers for a gain of 5. Another 3rd and relatively short. Kopp completes it. This is Marvin Mims. They kept all 3 receivers around for the last 3 years, and it's paid off. They haven't been successful in the postseason, but they've been really successful against us and this defense. 2nd and 6, knocked away by Darius Richards to bring up 3rd down. Can we hold them this time? This is caught for the first down by Hawkinson, who once again is shaken up. His 2nd time leaving this game. But it doesn't matter. They've already got 1st and goal again. Kopp's got a clean pocket, and he's got a man at the 2. Addison sets up shop on 2nd and goal. Incomplete on the quick throw, and now Quincy Basnight goes down. How many injuries, man? This is crazy. For the end zone, touchdown Minnesota. And just like that, 2 drives for Minnesota, 2 touchdowns. And both drives were 10-plus plays. This drive was like 13 plays and took even more time off the clock. Just methodical possessions by Minnesota. And we are down 14-0. 14 plays on the first drive, 13 plays here. And we are already down in the big hole. Only our 2nd drive here with the 8 minutes to go in the first half. And the ball's out! It's recovered by the Vikings down at the 1. On the first play, Wagner coughs it up. And the Vikings take over on a clear-cut fumble from our quarterback. And it's 1st and goal from the 1. Just absolutely sickening stuff unfolding here. And there and again, Isaiah Blake, his 2nd touchdown. And the Vikings are just completely dominating us. It's a road game too, so it's going to be hard to come back. 21-0. 8 to go in this first half. This is caught by David Parson up to the 44. Next play, clean pocket for Wagner, and up the sideline, he's got Pemberton. All the way up to the Vikings 21. Back to the ground with Matthew Williams. And now B.J. Schraner is shaken up. So Hawkinson's gone down twice. We've lost Quincy Basnight and now our backup tight end. So 4 injuries so far in the first half. Wagner has to get rid of it. 3rd and 8. Just inside the red zone. Wagner on the move. Misfires, and he had Pemberton wide open. Just threw it behind him, and we got 4th down. Field goals are not going to get us back in this game. They just are not. Down by 3 touchdowns. You cannot miss a throw like that. We settle for the field goal, though, and at least we're on the board. But this defense needs to get a stop here. That's caught by Childers. He's already been targeted plenty of times. 2nd down for Mike Kopp, and it's almost intercepted by George Vance. Addison the target that time. On the ground with Blake, and he's got the first. 11 runs for 51 yards. If we were just better in run defense, then we would probably have a stop on one of these first couple of drives by Minnesota. But instead, it's been even passing, even throwing, and even running for Minnesota. This is floated down the field, and it's incomplete. Trying to go for Isaiah Blake, but Manuel Forbes with the bat down brings up 3rd and 10. Mike Kopp sets up, and he gets the first down. That's already the 2nd time he's done that. And it keeps the drive alive for Minnesota. They can beat you in any possible way. How does Blake get 6 here? We need some better tackling, man. This has been really bad these first 2 weeks, especially in the open field. Over the middle and caught by Jefferson. Just his 1st or 2nd reception all day long. They haven't really needed to force the ball to him. That's off the mark, trying to go for Mims. Lucky break for the defense. But 2nd down and 10. This is caught by Childers. The ball's out. But, of course, the Vikings recover. We forced 2 fumbles back in the conference championship game. Didn't recover either of them, and that was a big reason why we lost this game. Or that game, rather. We already missed a turnover here. 2nd down coming up. From our 24-yard line. Eddie Royals there in the backfield. They're going right back to the air. Royals makes the grab, but is shoved out of bounds by the rookie. 3rd and 10. Screen pass to Blake. He outruns Baz Knight and is pushed out by Antonio Stroud. Inches short, and the Vikings don't get aggressive here. They'll take the field goal, and it pretty much wipes off our previous drive. So we're still down by 3 touchdowns. As I said, field goals are not going to cut it. They're not going to get us back in this game. It's going to be touchdowns only. But we only have 1:45 left in the first half. It's gone by quickly because of these long drives by Minnesota. We start with a screen to Matthew Williams, but nothing opens up, and he was ahead of his blockers there. 2nd down. Wagner faces pressure and completes it to Matthew Williams up the sideline. We are all the way inside the 40. Good throw with pressure in his face. He had a man wide open, so that one should be completed 10 times out of 10 in my mind. And now we got David Jackson, who could have scored a touchdown there if Wagner didn't throw the ball behind him. Made him slow down. 1st and goal. Gonna let the clock count down as far as possible, but Wagner's going backwards. Nathan Rice with the sack. The 2nd for the Vikings here in this first half. 30 seconds and counting. Wagner checks it down to Trevor Offord. And we use our 2nd timeout. From the 11. Got to go for the end zone. Wagner evades pressure and throws a strike to David Jackson in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. That's a big drive to close this first half. We're finally in the end zone for once. But this is not going to cut it still. We're still down by 2 touchdowns at the break. The PAT from Koo is up and good. A 6-play, 75-yard drive. And a very key one, but if we're going to win, we got to play a whole lot better on both sides of the ball throughout the entire second half. At halftime, you got the Seahawks against the Niners, and the Niners came out on top by 6. So they start 2-0. would have rather these two teams split that game, or the Seahawks won that game for both teams to go to 1-1. But instead, the Niners are on track to lead our division and sole first place after the first 2 weeks. You got Damon Craig's Broncos hosting the Chargers, and they're on track to lose just like we are. 24-10, at least we start the second half with the ball, but you got to put the ball in the end zone. We need Pater on this opening drive. The Rams start from their 22 on the outside. This is Matthew Williams with finally some good blocking. Only got 3 carries there in the first half despite my play calling changes. He's up to 41 yards. Right back to him here, but Chuck Johnson just ran right by his blocker. Come on, man. Some of these guys just missed their blocks left and right, and it's really annoying. This is caught by Williams through the air. Why has he been the most productive receiver for this offense? That should never be the case. We're already to Minnesota's 27, and that was nearly picked off by Nix. Wagner has got to be more careful. Single back for the Rams on second down, and once again, Chuck Johnson runs right by his assignments, and it leaves Williams out to dry. Just sickening stuff, and now we're going backwards thanks to a rookie mistake by left tackle Kevin Campbell. 3rd and 15, and we check it down to Parson, not even trying to go for the first down. I don't understand what this offense's problem is right now. 4th and 11, and once again, we take a field goal, but it's not going to move this needle. We're still down by 2 scores, 24-13. We only brought 3. Why is that? Jefferson for 5. From the 30, Copp in the zone, and he slings it for a first down to Jordan Addison, who's been one of his favorite targets throughout this ball game. Him and Childers both have been heavily involved. Right back to him as he breaks a tackle from Forbes. We gotta tackle better here, man. This is really bad. Broken tackles, missed blocking assignments on the offensive side, but now Copp goes down. Raheem Finch off the edge, only a 4-yard sack, but a big one to set up 3rd and 7. That's our first time getting to Copp all day long, but the Vikings convert it. Off the check down to Eddie Royals. Whatever they want, they get on the offensive side. Just shy of midfield. Incomplete for Addison. Bernard there in coverage. Quick throw on second down. It's Childers for 6. Another 3rd down. We have brought this team to plenty of 3rd down, especially 3rd and shorts, but they have converted all of them, and it's going to continue here. The screen pass to Blakes moves the chains. This defense just is showing no signs of life right now. Not able to force any turnovers. Not able to force any tackles for loss. We have barely gotten pressure on Mike Copp. And the Vikings continue to just toy with us through the air and on the ground. From the 22-yard line, good protection and incomplete for Childers. Good knock away by Quincy Basnight that time. That brings up second down. Rams bring 4, but wide open inside the 5. It's Jordan Addison once again. The Vikings are knocking on the door. 1st and goal from the 2. Copp's been in the zone this entire drive. Eddie Royals can't get in. Right back to him on second down, and he dives in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Under 2 to play. That's actually Enrique Royals, not Eddie Royals. My bad. But the PAT makes it 31-13. Their 3rd drive with 13 plays or more. How do you compete with that when your offense can't do anything? That would have been a touchdown. There was no safety on that side of the field. And Pemberton had 2 steps on his matchup, but Wagner just can't get the ball to him. And now he's taking a 15-yard sack. It can't win the ball game with quarterback play like this, or offensive play like this, or defensive play like this. Neither side of the ball wants to win. And now we've got 4th and 25, and we're going to have to punt. A 3-and-out right after a 6-minute drive from Minnesota, and they get it right back at midfield. Under a minute to play in this 3rd quarter. Blake, only 2 yards. Right back to him. This time he's going to lose 1. That's going to end this 3rd quarter. Down by 18. Searching for answers. 1 quarter left to play. From the 48, the Vikings hand it off on 3rd and 9. Not interested in trying to move the chains, I guess. And we get the ball back. This is pretty much our last chance. Our last chance to get ourselves back in this game and make it at least interesting here in the 4th quarter. But need a quick drive down the field to even do that. 2nd down, going to a screen pass to Matthew Williams. Zach McCoy just took out somebody, and Matthew Williams is inside the 40 again. Once again, he's been the most reliable receiver for us, which should not be the case. Got to get the ball to number 5 and number 80 a whole lot more here. From the 33 on 2nd down. Over the middle and caught by David Parson. Wagner now 16 for 22 through the air. 3 minutes off the clock here in the 4th quarter. Trying to go back to Parson, but knocked away. From the 15 on the outside, it's Trevor Offord for 8 yards. 3rd and 2. Matthew Williams is the back. We're going to throw it, though. Wagner rather, gets rid of it. Back of the end zone, incomplete. 4th and 2, we have to go for it. From the 7, Demarius Allen checks in, and he's not going to get the first down. Nathan Rice comes off the left edge unblocked, and Allen never even had a chance. The drive is going to end in the red zone. And we would not get the ball back. The Vikings would hold it for the last 7:22, and the ball game is over. And we have fallen to 0-2. That is not ever how you want to start your season. And now our playoff chances are in the mud. This was just pure dominance by the Vikings. We beat them in one category only. That was kick return yards, which does not matter at all. They beat us in every other area. Every single one. Jesse Wagner had a good rating, but I didn't think he played that well. He took 2 really bad sacks, one of which was the fumble that led to a touchdown right afterwards for the Vikings. The play calling was bad, only 6 runs after I put in more runs in at least 5 different situations. Our running back had 91 yards, more than twice of our next highest receiver, and the defense could not muster more than 1 stop all day long. This team has a long way to go. We have done so many things wrong in these first 2 games, and now we gotta face the team that beat us back in week 1. This was supposed to be a prove-it week, but so was week 1. Both of these 2 teams were half of our losses. Half of our 4 losses last year were to San Fran and Minnesota, and we have already lost games against them this season as well, which means that we have not only not gotten better, but we've arguably gotten worse than last season. I thought we kept around the right pieces that were working last year, but maybe we haven't. We only have 1 different starter on the defense than last season, but the defense has been way worse against both Brock Purdy and Mike Kopp. We cannot get consistent pressure, and when we did get pressure, the quarterbacks made good throws against it, and the secondary hasn't forced hardly any real good incompletions, and Warren Terry simply has made no impact on the ground. Neither has Carl Graham. I haven't seen any real good run stops by either of these two players, and Warren Terry is supposed to be a nose tackle. If we're going to win games, if we're going to stop the run, then our D tackles, our interior defensive linemen, including Tremaine Candidate, have to be way, way better against the run. But thinking back to it, Warren Terry's never been an elite run stopper. And if this defense is going to get back to where they were a couple years ago, I think we're going to need a better run stopper on this team. We have a lot to think about now at 0-2. I'm not sure what to do here, but we have a long way to go. I'll see you guys next time around. Peace out.